Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys, if you're new to the channel and if you happen to enjoy this video. I had a comment that I received like a few days ago that told me, why is Deontay Wilder even fighting Luis Ortiz in a rematch? Why? What's the point? What's the point? We saw that fight already. They fought. Ortiz lost. What's the point, right? And the point of this fight is it's a credible fight for Deontay Wilder on PBC. I personally do not care for the rematch. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it for Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz just because the first fight was very exciting. I thought the first fight was actually very exciting. I have go see my post-fight video on that fight. I was very stoked when that fight first happened. I was like, wow. So I wouldn't be mad if that fight happened just because I thought it was exciting the first time, and the second time would probably be exciting as well. But like I said, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, he has to fight Luis Ortiz because that's really the only credible opponent that he could fight next after Dominic Breazeale, because he's not planning on fighting Anthony Joshua this year at all. So, and they already said that Tyson Fury is not going to fight him into the year 2020. So, if he gets past Dominic Breazeale, who is he supposed to fight? When it comes to when it comes to him, all he fights is PBC guys. Out of all the PBC heavyweights, who is he supposed to fight? The only other guy is Adam Konecki. That's literally the only other guy on PBC that he would fight. He's not going to fight Andy Ruiz because Andy Ruiz would be knocked out against Anthony Joshua. So the only other guys who are credible for Deontay Wilder would be Adam Konecki, who's a PBC fighter, unbeaten Polish fighter, good fighter, and a rematch with Luis Ortiz. Right? That's why Al Heyman saved Luis Ortiz for Deontay Wilder, to try and make that in-house fight for him, right? And so that's basically it. It's just an in-house credible fight for Deontay Wilder. All right, and it's a fight that people were demanding when that fight first happened. Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder. I remember there was a few people who were actually demanding the rematch, including myself. I remember I believe I made a video saying, "Hey man, I wouldn't be mad at a rematch." It's kind of like when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder. You remember how immediately they were asking for a rematch because they felt that Tyson Fury got robbed. I remember that was pretty much the same reaction to Wilder versus Ortiz. They wanted to see a rematch, a lot of boxing fans, because of how competitive it was. A lot of people felt that Luis Ortiz was winning several rounds against Deontay Wilder. He was definitely winning in terms of the boxing department, in terms of like scoring points. Wilder was really winning the rounds where he was just basically dropping Ortiz, because if you remember, he dropped Ortiz like 3 times in that fight, and those were like the rounds where I gave Wilder, was the rounds where he dropped Ortiz. But there was several rounds that I was giving Ortiz just because he was scoring the points. He was the better boxer, and obviously that one round where he really rocked Deontay Wilder. So again, I would not be mad at that fight for happening next, and that's the reason they're fighting next, or if not next, they're fighting in a rematch, you know, in the coming months. It's because it's an in-house fight for Al Heyman in PBC, and it's a credible fight for Wilder. It's a fight that the fans were demanding. Again, the funny part about the rematch is when the rematch does happen, you're not gonna be seeing none of the guys who are big Deontay Wilder fans claim that Luis Ortiz is over the hill the way they were claiming when before Luis Ortiz rejected the $7 million to fight Anthony Joshua. They were coming up with the excuses. Oh, he's over the hill. He's over the hill. He's over the hill. But I guarantee you, in 6 months' time, when they announce, or maybe sooner, in 3 months' time, when they announce Ortiz versus Wilder Part 2, those same people who were saying, "Oh, now Joshua want to fight Ortiz when he's up there in age," they're gonna be acting like this is the greatest fight of all time. They're not gonna be mentioning the fact that he's, you know, over the hill. Anyway, guys, I have to say, I hope you understand now why Wilder will be facing Luis Ortiz in rematch. And I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching. So subscribe if you're new to the channel, man.